Alrighty, boys, we are back with another team review from the community. Everybody's hard work is about to be shown off. Let's see what everyone has come up with. Early on, you're going to notice teams don't have the next gen cards, and that's just because they put their teams in Wednesday or Thursday, Friday when they had time to, which I really do appreciate. And then as this video goes on, we'll get into the later end of the teams that were dropped today that probably have more next-gen cards. But we're going to start with this squad here who has the Zoob and the Coffee for that +6 overall. Still one of the strongest combinations to have on your defense. And we also have Brandon Montour and Yossi with Sanheim and Chris Chelios. This lineup here is interesting because I'm wondering what this person is going to do with the new next-gen pairings. Because the new next-gen pairings are so good, but the team they've got now, they don't need to touch until season 2. So like they could ignore next gen, collect all that fodder in, and just get ready for the launch of season 2. I'm curious if they'll change something up or if they will just coast through next gen. And we've got the Kucherov McKinnon line. We've got Teemu Solani with the Bedard line. We got a nice combination of face-off cards here with the Czech Colorado Swedish line for a +5. So that's a good use of that line combo right there. And I know you can't see it, but we got Dawson Mercer, star of the team of the week with star of the month Julius, and team of the week Hendrick, giving him everything he needs for overall salary and AP. This team's running, can't see it. Can't really see it because I can't zoom in, but this team's running a 32 AP and a 111 million cap. And then we've got our Calgary theme team, which I'm imagining is going to be changing up, which next week we will see this team again. And I'm imagining this team will be different with the Calgary next-gen players and line combos that were dropped. But what a theme team we got here with Toffoli and Gilmore and Theodore. Just this is what you love to see, and utilizing the Hut Champs points to get yourself an Iginla. Paul Bissonnette making an appearance. Who doesn't love Biz? And we love that he's in the game. We got the McKinnon line, with a different line here on the bottom, actually, where we have Cousins, Stützle, and Brady Tkachuk. And then we got Ovechkin. I wonder if we're going to keep the Ovechkin captain card or if we're going to make a push to try to get the new 87 milestone Ovechkin. But this team is very Ottawa heavy. I'm thinking they're a fan. But what a team here with 39 AP, 101 million spent with 12 million in cap. But this is a great team here, getting boosts, but still using players that are on the team they're a fan of, clearly, right? So this is where lineup combos are really fun to mix and match with cards that play for the team you like. Dirty Steve is the name of this player. And we have McAvoy with Montour, Coffee with Werenski, and Lazone with Yossi. So again, this team on defense-wise, how are they going to deal with this next-gen event? Are they just going to skip it? Are they going to try to work something into their forwards, even though their forwards are cooking? Like, they got Barkov with the McKinnon line. They got their fantasy line. Like, I think you just coast right through next-gen, collecting fodder, collecting coins, or even maybe taking time off of the event. And then we've got, again, the Rupe Hints card jumping in here. The Check My Game Rupe Hints, not the overpriced 87, but the Check My Game with Barkov and Bedard. And then we got the McKinnon line with the Crosby line. Still getting some Crosby line action. You love to see it. And the Game Breaker line with the AP, the 10 million, the 2 overall. The Game Breaker defensive line that gives you massive AP. And Jeremy Swayman in net with that +3 in AP boost. So not only after AP, but also after salary and overall boost with 116 million in salary and 49 AP, but currently only using 29 of it. So that's interesting. We have the McKinnon line with Logan Cooley's Game Breaker card, which was a massive drop when that card came out. And then we have the Barkov line with Rantanen. We have the Crosby line with Nyes and Eichel. We have the star of the month, Sherwood, with the 2 American players as well, giving him as much as he can with Thompson, Larkin, and Sherwood. So that's a great line right there. I'm assuming maybe Sherwood was the the pull that maybe they wanted Morrissey or they wanted Sherwood. But with him being on the fourth line, I think the plan was Morrissey, and they just pivoted when they got Sherwood. Maybe we'll have to find out. And then we've got no, they didn't. Oh, they did want Morrissey because they've got Morrissey. Yep, they've got Morrissey. Where we got Morrissey with Zub, and then we got Yossi with Montour, and we got Bouchard with Werenski. So again, a monster squad right here. Another monster squad coasting into the end of season 1, where we got 40 AP and $130 million spent. $130 million spent is wild. And what a team we're seeing here. This is an absolutely stacked squad, and well done putting it together, getting every boost you can possibly get. And then we got the hub coming in here with way too many Boston players, but I love when he puts his squad in here. We got the Swayman in net with Middlestat as your beast card with Marchand, the rat that he is. And then we got Dougie Hamilton with Lazone. That is like a perfect Boston theme team combo right there. You can't hate that one at all. And then same here with Nikita Zadorov, who's paired with Paul Coffey for that Russian Oilers combo. Again, another perfect theme team combo with that 87 Zadorov that dropped for you. Okay, and then we got Adam Oates being paired with Connor McDavid and Jesse Puljujärvi, getting you a good +3 across that board with Taylor Hall. Wait a minute. We have a Edmonton Oilers team, I think. I think we have an Edmonton Oilers team here, boys. Edmonton Oilers team coming in, leading the charge with their captain McDavid. So yet another theme team. I love seeing them. Well done putting this together. And I bet you have just a fun time playing with this team. But yes, look at the theme teams we can build here, boys. Don't always chase those meta god squads. If you want to have fun building a theme team, this shows you it is possible. And if the Oilers theme team wasn't enough, we've got a Columbus Blue Jackets theme team firing away right after it with Mike Riley and Denton from the Next Gen. So here we go. The Next Gen cards are starting to pop up. How many DuPonts and how many Parex or Schaefers are we about to see? And, Demidov being the puzzle piece of everything. How many are we about to see of him? But what a Columbus theme team here with Captain Patrick Laine. All righty, we got Captain Brady Tkachuk leading the charge on this team, where we have Curtis Douglas, massive size player right there. Ryan Reeves, massive player. Rempe, massive player. I'm going to say, I don't know, but I'm going to go out on the limb and say this is like a 6'2" team or higher, or a 6'3" team or higher. I don't know because I don't know all of the sizes of these cards, but I'm going to say this is a bigs theme team here. That's what it kind of looks like. But again, I don't know the size of all these players. I'm just guessing with how big most of these players are. I know a lot of these guys are monsters. So I'm going to say this is a bigs team, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a fun build. Thank you for sharing that, team. That's a fun build for a big player theme team. And then we have Luke Hughes with Caden. Not a combo you see a lot of, so that's fun. Not actually, this entire team isn't really a lot of you see a lot of, as we have Messier here, the Kucherov, Will Smith, McKinnon one. You kind of got to do that, right? I don't know why Will Smith is on center here instead of McKinnon, but hey, you do you. We got Clark from Chell Week with Quinn Hughes. Not too many Quinn Hugheses, so it's fun seeing Quinn Hughes out here, as you don't really see a lot of them. And then we must be using another captain card. We're using Captain McDavid, because I'm like, Quinn Hughes doesn't pair with Luke. And Matthew Tkachuk being paired with JT Miller and marquee rookie Jack Hughes. Marquee Jack Hughes. I don't know why I keep calling it rookies. But another fun team here. We got Brodeur and net. Maybe try to get like an Aiden Hill to crank that up a bit. All right, Jumbo Joe Thornton leading the charge here with the Kucherov and McKinnon line. Really using that icon Sharks combo to get yourself a 92 Joe Thornton. You love to see it. And then we're using the Blake Coleman with the 2 face-off cards for a +4 and $5 million, which is massive. And then you got Panarin with Gardner and Pierre-Luc Dubois for 18. Is that right? Is that right? Does that line really give you 18 AP? My God, what a build. Is that right? Hey, that can't be right. That's wild. What a good job putting together that line for 2 overall and 18 AP. Well done. Well done. And then we got McDavid on the 4th line with Rossi and Roenick for $5 million. Jeremy Swayman in net. And then just the D combo we were waiting to see when we were going to find it. And we got DuPont with Alexander Nikishkin for 10 overall and 15 million salary. All right, we got Joey Veleno with Tej Aginla getting that +7. So we got Jimmy. We got our first Jimmy sighting with Tej Aginla and Joey Veleno for +7. The McKinnon line, the Crosby line, and then on the bottom, Cole Sillinger being paired with Gartner and Wilson for 11 AP and 2 overall. Team of the week goalies, beast mode defenseman, and that +5 Ekholm and Hall. Another crazy team. And again, it's all what's going to happen when season 2 drops. Like, I can't wait for our team review videos when season 2 drops to see what happens to all these squads, because all these squads are put together so well. Season 2 is going to come out, lineup combos are going to change, and what is going to happen to teams like this. And then we got the McKinnon line, Lindell. Anton Lindell just putting the puck in the back of the net like we all knew he would. He is up to a 92 overall with this lineup combination with Bedard and Solani. Then we got the Chell Week players with Wilson and Scheifele getting up to an 88 when paired with Pavel. So there's a creative line that literally I have yet to see this year. So that's a fun one to see because it's just different and it's fun, right? We got McDavid with Smith and Rossi and Hallebuck in net with Spencer Knight. We got the Kucherov line with McKinnon and Smith, the Crosby line, of course, and then Gartner McDavid with Mitchkov getting you a +5 overall, getting Gardner to a 93, McDavid to a 91, and Mitchkov to a 90. So that's a pretty fire line right there. And then we got Marner with Pettersson and Kiefer Sherwood for the 5 overall, 12 million and 8 AP. And then their Brodeur in net. Can we get an Aiden Hill to really get you those combinations? Because you got one of the best goalies. You just got to get Aiden Hill in there for the overall in AP. We got Owen Power with Chelios, and then the Rasmus, Anderson, and Coffee +6 lineup combination. Well done building this squad. This is a really deep team and a really good team. And this team is going to get just shuffled here in a couple of weeks. We got the Logan Cooley line, the Crosby line, and then the Wilson, McDavid, Lindros line. So, the top 6 that just keeps on going. And then the Star of the Month, Team of the Week, because that is the new 4th line, right? It saves you cap because you can use lower overall cards, and just the combinations give you so much. So that Star of the Month, Team of the Week, we'll probably see until the end of season 1. And then again, when they bring those combinations back, you'll see these lineups come back again. And then here it is, the Marty Brodeur with Aiden Hill, 8 AP, 2 overall. That's how you do it, boys. And we've got a Bouchard with Zadorov, Sanheim, and the DuPont and Alexander Nikishkin line, giving you the $15 million and 10 overall. So what a lineup there. And that's the second time we've seen that exact pairing. Oh my God, a day 1 line. Let's go. We still rocking the day 1 line. You love to see it. Pasternak with Sakic and Naslin, still rocking it, not changing up that line and just enjoying saving their fodder. And then we've got the free Garland with the Byfield and the Crosby for that +3, the Kucherov McKinnon combo, and then the massive Keegan and 2 Washington Capitals on the bottom, getting you 4 overall and 8 AP. This here is a great line that offers you quite a bit that you don't see a lot of. Jake Ottinger in net, not fully built all the way up. I'm wondering if that was not built up because of aggressiveness. It's not done because of salary, because he has $2 million in salary, so he could have kept going. But I wonder if he kept him down due to aggressiveness, keeping Jake Ottinger's aggression kind of low and saving money at the same time. And we've got DuPont, so we've got another DuPont here, and this time with Ethan Del Mastro for +5 overall. And as we go into this, we've got the Barkov line with Kucherov this time, though. So we got a +6 Kucherov, Barkov, and Solani line. So a little different in using their beast mode, but that's probably so they can get the +3 AP and the +3 overall on McKinnon, Sakic, and Celebrini, getting that Celebrini up to a 90. So again, a good use of lineup combos to make a free XP card when you got to the end of the path. Very, very usable. And our first Matthew Schaefer sighting, and he's being paired with next-gen Grayson Berzinski's, something like that. But we got our first Matthew Schaefer sighting, so that's our first, probably most likely 99. Holler Boys coming in with the Gilmore line. That's right, Doug Gilmore, 84 overall, is actually a 93 overall when you pair him with Jimmy Snuggeroo and Ivan Demidov. So Doug Gilmore, 84 overall Doug Gilmore, hammering her home to a 93 with unbelievable speed, shooting, and face-offs. And these two cards on the wing are just dominant for the next 2 weeks. Then we got the McKinnon line. We got the star of the month, Jack Eichel, being paired with Crosby and Michelli, getting him up to a 93. So that's a huge lineup combination there. And the star of the month combo with the Philadelphia speedster from Toronto, Nikita Grabin and Mitch Marner. That's right. I said it right. And then obviously the stacked D that we're used to seeing. Lazone with Hughes, McAvoy with Montour, and Werenski and Coffey. Unbelievable team right here. And then we got the McKinnon line, the Barkov line, the Lindros line, and the Game Breaker line. So this is just like your straight top to bottom stacked lines that are just utilizing everything. The only thing different about this is they've got Jasper Kotkaniemi in here instead of the Solani or the normal cards we would see with like Rantanen and whatnot, +5. But this is a card they built up probably because they're a fan of that player. So you love to see that. And then we got Vasilevsky in net, the AP boost of Dahlin and Carlson, and then the D combo of just ridiculousness. I wonder if you're going to get the Dougie or if you're just going to hang on to the base Dougie and wait for season 2. All right, boys, it's time to fire away with another theme team. We got a Vegas Golden Knights theme team here with Aiden Hill in net, getting that +2 overall with the goalie pairing. And then we've got Chandler Stevenson on the bottom line, Thomas Hurdle with old Nicholas Boy from Toronto. A lot of overall boost going on here with a theme team. That is where you have the most fun. When you take the team you cheer for and you go through the history of them, everybody that's played for that team, and then you just start puzzle piecing, Frankensteining a team together to get all these lineup combos and still be competitive and have fun with a team you enjoy. This is what I love about theme teams right here. Great job putting this team together. And next gen, if you can get a next gen card, things are going to change for you on this team for the better. We have McKinnon with Sam Bennett and Solani for a +3. So that's slightly different, right? That's somebody got Solani at the start of the year, maybe with the deluxe edition. They got the Bennett spotlight card, and then they got the McKinnon just by doing everything, maybe getting them built up for free, and then just utilizing that for a +3. Well done there. We got a BND Panarin, so you can't hate that, with the spotlight Draisaitl, and then the Czech Palat, who everybody really needs to score. But this Palat, Sakic, Forsberg line is a lot of fun. Another Yossi captain. That is what we're used to seeing because, like, although Connor McDavid is one of the best cards in the game, the Yossi captain has so many good options and he's so well built that everyone is running it. Now, you do have the option to run 2 captains. And everyone was worried that captains would overtake. But where do you put Connor McDavid on this team? +6 overall, +5 overall, +6 overall. Everything you need on that fourth line for salary AP. Like, this is where you don't have to worry about the captains being like, you can put more than one on a team. It just gives you more options, which is never a bad thing. And then we got Alexander and Landon taking the charge on that first line. So there's that combination again. Still no Zane Parex, which I'm very curious why we haven't seen any of him yet, other than the fact that it's a righty-righty combo. I thought people would have stepped away, not cared about the righty-lefty. They would have went righty-righty in 99s, but still no Zane Parex. And then we got the Lindros line, the Crosby line, the Sakic line, and the Star of the Month line. So just top to bottom, well built, not any like crazy plus sixes, but all getting a little boost, remaining competitive and having fun. I like this 12. I like this 12 because it's not like the cookie cutter plus six lines that you're seeing all over the place, but you're still getting a lot of the good cards and a lot of fun overall boosts. So I like that. And plus, massive shout out to the Morgan Riley. Let's go, baby. Massive shout out. Getting Morgan Riley paired together with Montour for a +1 overall, 5 million. And we just need him to score. I have him. I'm with you. We need him to score. So again, no next gen cards. I'm honestly, I thought I would have seen more next gen cards than we are seeing. We are seeing the main ones that have the most boosts on the God squads, but we're not seeing like one next gen card here, one next gen card there. People have just decided maybe that I've got my team dialed in with +7, +5, +6, that I am just going to wait for season 2. And that is not a bad plan, especially when you got a team built as well as this one right here. Your goalies are giving you everything you need. Your fourth line's giving you everything you need. And every single pairing is boosted up to a competitive level. So you don't need to stress or sweat over getting into the next gen event and maybe that event doing nothing for you in season 2 when you've got a team that is just beautiful for the next 2 weeks. Okay, here we go. Another different lineup. We've got McKinnon, beast of a card. You wanted to build him. You got Celebrini for free. You wanted to get him. And then we pair him up with a BND Aho. So like that, this is a fun line here for a +3. And you probably really enjoy it. You probably really enjoy it. This is a fun line to look at. And I love seeing fun stuff like this. Aho's a good card. McKinnon, Celebrini, they're all good cards. And playing together, you probably enjoy it. And then we got Matty Beniers. Is there a reason? Maybe we're trying to get another next gen card to go here, and Matty Beniers is going to be our base player. But I'm wondering if there's a reason we don't use the XP path Beniers and boost him up, because you're not using any XP path anywhere else. So maybe that could be an option. Peel out this Beniers and power up the other one to an 85, unless there's a reason you're doing that. And then we got Brady Martin, who had probably one of the greatest goals I've ever seen. This year at least. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away saying it's the greatest goal we've ever seen, but it was a nasty goal. If you haven't seen the goal Brady Martin just scored this week, go check it out. It was disgusting. And then we've got just a stack of squads, and still we are in November, guys, and we've got a starter Sidney Crosby card still on a team. Let's go. Let's go. That's a fun one. Thank you for sharing this lineup. It is a fun line to see. And spending $52 million. So maybe just saving the organization some money. Okay, we got DuPont with Schaefer. Again, getting that store card or just from the auction house, 300,000 coins. And getting the Matt Schaefer, who is most likely going to be our 99, to +8. So you get the fun DuPont card that just came out up to a 96 overall that you get to enjoy for 2 weeks. And then you get the Schaefer card, which come May will probably be your 99. So you get to really utilize this event. So that was well done there. I like this lineup combo that you did. And then we've got the beauty line here, getting a little creative with this line, getting 5 overall and $20 million. We've got Ivan Demidov with Ryan Paling and Vincent, again, like I said, using the Ducks, the American, and the NHL base card with the next gen players. This is a very creative line with Ryan Paling in here, really boosting it up, showing you don't just need that Nick Suzuki, you can go other ways. And then we got Bedard paired up with the Portis and Sonny Milano, because all you need is a beast card to do that, the 2 Washington lines. So that's a fun one as well. And Kucherov, 10 AP on the bottom with Henrique and Gardner. Another great team with Will. Always. This Will stands out because this player is the only person I see with this Will on their team. And every single week, I know exactly whose team I'm looking at because of that Will card. So that's fun to see that their team come back week and week and week. We've got Star of the Month on the fourth line, as we're used to. We got Swayman in net with Andy Moog for the overall boost, getting Swayman up to a 90. Paul Coffey, Chris Chelios, and the DuPont with Alexander, 10 overall and $15 million. And Joe Thornton making another appearance. Who doesn't love a good Jumbo Joe card? What a team here as well. $79 million spent on this squad. We have Sanheim and Chara getting a +3, the McKinnon line, the Barkov line, and Michkov being paired with McDavid and Ovechkin. I'm not 100%. I know this is clearly a +2 lineup combo, but I'm not 100%. I can't remember all the combos. Which combo this is that gives him this. I don't know if there's a Philly, Washington, Oilers, or if it's like Canada, Philly, Wash. I don't know what he's doing here, but great utilization of this lineup combination. Gary Roberts firing away with Dylan Strome. And then, of course, the massive game breaker combos that everyone is loving running because it gives you so much for your team. Star of the Month, Eichel, making his way on the Crosby line for +6. So that's a great usage of Star of the Month, Eichel. And then we got the Barkov line, we've got the McKinnon line, and the Star of the Month, Team of the Week being utilized on the bottom. So utilizing Eichel with the Crosby and Nylander line, giving you the ability to fourth line the heck out of it with Malkin. By the way, this is literally the first Malkin I have seen, and I love to see Malkin with Larkin and Justin LaRose for all those lineup combos. Keep this line, because I bet this exact lineup combo comes back when the second Star of the Month drops, and you can just drop this line in there again, or even bring Eichel down and drop Eichel in there. But make sure you don't trade in this line, because you're going to be able to run it again. And then we've got Zane Parekh with Paul Coffey. We got our first Zane Parekh card making a sighting. So I love seeing that. He's a 90 overall when you pair him with Coffey. So you got some speed and potential 96 overall Zane Parekh. I don't see this card becoming a 99. Oh, baby, it's time to go pod racing. We don't have a captain, but we have a great squad. We got the marquee Schaefer. I wonder if this Schaefer is going to get taken out for the next gen one. We got Zub with Coffey for that +6. The Barkov line, the Eichel line, just cranking all of the stats. 5 overall, 12 million, and 10 AP. And then we have Nick Smoltz with Kucherov and McKinnon. So what a great pod racing team we've got here. I love when this blue screen pops up because it just changes it up. It's just a fun little, like, hey, unique look. And again, much like the Will card, when I see this blue screen, I know exactly whose team this is. And 51 AP on this squad. So what a team you've built. You've got 123 million in salary. You're not even using 95 million. You can upgrade this squad. We got, what do we got here? We got a lot here. We got a lot going on here. 38 AP with 119 million. And Ivan Provarov, who is putting pucks in the back of the net, by the way, making this a very rewarding fantasy card for you. And I can't wait for this card to get to 99 for you. We got Anderson with Coffey for that +6. Great lineup combo build right here, giving you just a stud top pairing. And then, of course, getting that max util game breaker line. Again, another great usage of your third line, saving you money with only 2 million for these two guys and getting them up to 82s with 6 million and 6 AP. This is a well-built team that gives you the Lindros line with Unstoppable. He is truly a great card. We've got the Barkov line, not quite cranked up all the way, but you didn't need to. With that +6, you can get this team to competitive, and that's exactly what you did. 92 Solani with a great pairing of Kucherov and Barkov with that +6. And then we got Keller paired up with Byfield and Crosby. There's a nice little pairing that you don't see a lot, which is probably fun, with a +3. So again, just another well-built team, and maybe not even worrying about the next gen event. And when I look at this team, you don't really have to. It's so dialed in that you don't need to touch it, I don't think, for the next 2 weeks. And you can just see where season 2 takes us. We've got the Kucherov line with the Crosby line, but the Crosby line being paired with Dylan Larkin on this one. The McDavid with Nikita and Gardner, and the game breaker that just stacks your AP, and same on defense. So again, just great utilization of every lineup combo you can to get your team to the best point you can without completely dumping all your fodder, and getting the 88 Dupont with Coffee. So we got the Dupont, but we haven't done a lineup combo yet. I feel like they're trying to figure out how to do that. Blind referees, by the way, GG's to blind referees. I remember playing you probably 2 days ago in Champs. You played very well, man. It was a fun game. And the only reason I remember you is because of the team name. You did a really good job in that game. GG's to you. But we got Kucherov with Schmaltz and McKinnon. We got Lingeros pairing up with Bouvier. So let's go. And then Kadri. Big love seeing the Kadri on there. He's one of my favorite players. And I love that lineup. Good job getting him in there. And then on the fourth line, the base Celebrini being paired with 2 next gen for those boosts. So well done on that. This is not the team I played, by the way. As we have Schaefer with Al McKennis. Let's go. I did play blind referees, but this is not the squad he had. This squad is definitely better. And then we got the team of the week on the bottom. Brodeur and Net is an absolute beast to play. And well done building this team. Diamond. Nope, that's Platinum. Platinum 1, by the way. Let's go, buddy. All righty. We got Kucherov with Will Smith, Nathan McKinnon. We got Bedard with Rantanen and Lundell. Again, utilizing that low-end Lundell to keep salary down, which you need because you're at 99.9 million out of 100 million. So that Lundell is keeping you under the cap, but still getting you that +7. This kind of stuff is why lineup combos and base cards you need to keep a hold of, because a base card could just be that perfect puzzle piece that you need, and you don't want to get rid of it, right? So this is where like this year is going to be hard, because you want to hold everything so you have the capability of doing this right here, but you want to sell everything or turn everything in to build cards like this right here. What do we do this year? Nobody's got the answer. Whatever you find the most fun, and building this team looks like it was a good time with Stützle, Duchesne, and Draisaitl, and then the Celebrini line on the bottom. This is what it's going to be all year. Building fun teams, having a good time, finding the perfect puzzle piece, and then trying to figure out if turning your cards in is the play or holding on to them is the play. Nobody really knows, but it's making this year super fun, and this team is a good-looking team. Alrighty, we've got a Suzuki enjoyer running Demidov with Suzuki and Jimmy for 7 overall and $20 million. This is a beautiful team. Beautiful, beautiful line, beautiful team. We've got Zane Parekh and Dupont at the 99 and 98 overall. So this team just keeps on getting better. And we have Montour with Yossi, Zub with Coffee. So a legit decor that you just don't want to trifle with. This decor is unbelievable. This guy has a wonderful D. Like, I'm just saying, massive D on this guy. Like, he has a great D, and he probably knows how to use it. And we've got Connor Hellebuyck in net with Craig Anderson getting $7 million and 6 AP. Unbelievable goaltending to protect the net with that D in front of the goaltending. We've got the Kucherov line, which is unbelievable, but second to the Suzuki line. Eichel with Larkin and Boldy. Unbelievable line right there. This team is stacked, as it should be, though, because the salary of this team is $134 million. Holy. We're LA Dodgering the NHL Hut community right here with this squad. Get after it, baby. Get after it. And then we have seen a lot of theme teams today. But does anything beat a beautiful Toronto Maple Leafs theme team? We have the +6 line combo of Nyes with Holmberg and Dewar, Matthews with Marner and Michelli for +3. We've got the beautiful Leafs theme team game breaker line giving you absolutely everything, and Nylander with Gardner and Lindros. This is just a beautiful competitive Leafs theme team right here. And then you got Morgan Riley on the top. We need Fantasy Riley. You need to save your pennies and go get Fantasy Riley. Just pay the premium. He'll be there all year. You can hate me for it later when you have no more coins. And then we've got Joel Edmondson with Carlo for a +1 and Anthony Stolarz in net. You're not using the face-off Edmonton combo. Maybe try the Frederick Anderson, and Grant Fuhr combo to get Frederick Anderson an 87 overall goalie. Maybe. But you've done a great job building a Leafs theme team here. Bouchard finding his way with team of the week, Chicago Levashnov. Yep, for a 3 overall and 4 AP. Nate Schmidt. We don't see a lot of Nate Schmidt, so big ups to that. Nate Schmidt being paired with Owen Power, and Zub being paired with Hayden Fleury for $6 million and 6 AP. Hallebuck is not in net. Sorry. Demko is your goalie, paired with Jakob Dobbs. Probably said all that wrong. And then Misa with Bouvier and Marchenko is a fun fourth line, giving you 10 AP. Let's go. And then we got a great face-off line for 3 overall. The McDavid line with Dylan Cousins. That's a 99 card in the making. We just got to wait. When? Who knows? January, February, March. Who knows when he's going to hit 99? This card will be 99. Probably closer to January than the end of the season. All righty. We got a +3 here with Kucherov, Point, and Fedorov. And this lineup combo, I think, is the Tampa Bay Icon Beast combination is what this is. And this is a fun way to boost up Fedorov and Braden Point. By the way, Braden Point is a super fast base card. So this is a good top line that I think people are sleeping on. Like, you probably wouldn't notice how good this line is until you play against it. This is a really good top line. And then we got Barkov's line, McDavid with Draisaitl and McKinnon with a +1. And then on the bottom, we have the game breakers that we're used to seeing because it just gives so much. Zergachev with Bouchard, Sanheim with Chelios, and Lazone with Hughes. And then this time, Hallebuck in net, because that combo is just 7 million, 6 AP is just too good. And he needs every one of those dollars, as he's 116 million in cap. Speaking of cap spent, we got a $126 million team here out of $126 million with 36 AP, but they're only using 20 of it. Don't know what they're doing there, but maybe they just haven't selected everything. But this is a unbelievable team, as they have the Perec and DuPont. So for the next 2 weeks, that's going to be a fun pairing to use. Following that with the Coffee Anderson line, again, just a fun combo to use. And then just getting every boost possible with Wi-Fi and Justin Barron. Again, this decor here is built so well that you could not touch it for 2 weeks and just collect fodder, and you'll be fine waiting for season 2. And then that goes for the same as your offense. You're not going to do that. Your team's clearly built as a team that just keeps evolving with the line combos. And I bet you change this team up again before season 2 comes to launch. I'm just waiting to see what you do, because you piece together a great team here. And when you change it up, it'll probably be something pretty cool. All right, we got Kevkov here coming with the elite squad of Heiskanen and Montour. We got Bouchard with Anderson for that +3. We got Frederick Anderson being paired with Jet Greaves. There's a good +2 overall. The marquee line on the bottom. And then we got Base Barkov boosting up Bedard and Solani for that +5. The McKinnon line and the Crosby line. Again, just a well-built team that he's slowly been piecing together. and it's staying relevant as he's still collecting fodder for other things. Maybe just skipping next gen and saving all of his fodder to see what he's going to be doing into season 2. Rightio, we've got Nathan MacKinnon with the Kucherov line, the Michelli Crosby line, the Barkov line, and we've got Brandon Gallagher. Has Brandon Gallagher scored yet this year? I don't know if he scored yet this year. I did have him as a player getting to 99, but we need him getting maybe 2 more minutes a night and getting a little bit more aggressive in front of the net. I feel like Gallagher always gets goals when he's just like standing in front of the goalie, just like pounding his stick against the goalie's pad, and it just squeezes through. We need him getting back to that. As he gets older, maybe he drifts away from it, but we need him getting back to that so you can get your Brandon Gallagher up to a 99. And then Lazone, Spencer Knight with Ottinger, getting those combos and AP. That's this again, another well-built team, and just piecing it together to just get yourself the most competitive lineup without the cost of having to go chase the maximum tokens, right? Like, you didn't have to go boost up Kucherov and spend all those cards because the +6 does a lot of heavy lifting. So again, just a well-built team here. And again, we've got the MacKinnon Kucherov line, but getting Howden in here with the Matthews Crosby line. So a little different look. Again, why the lineup combos are so much fun, because you can still get that +6 without having to get the Eichel, the Matthew Nyes, and the Crosby. Obviously, you needed the Crosby to make this +6 work, but you can still make a unique line by adding one different player that makes it fun. And this is a great line. Well done building this line. And then we got Barkov with Bedard and Solani, and Celebrini, Draisaitl, and Keller, because why not, right? We got the free Draisaitl from the objectives, or the moment, sorry. We got the free Celebrini from doing the XP path, and I'm certain you probably built Keller hoping something could come, which stuff did come, but you just didn't go that way, and you just slapped them on the bottom because they're all free cards, so why not use them and have fun with them? This is a fun line that you never see. Speaking of something you never see, we got Captain Jonas that I don't think I've seen at all this year, and we're piecing him together with Mo Seider for that +2 of Sweden and Detroit. So that's a good line there, but we need 2 more central players on this team, and I don't even begin to know where you would do that, because like, unless you took out Demko and got yourself a different goalie that paired a little bit better with a Duck, maybe. But where do you go? Maybe you got to deal with that 4th line a little bit to get that extra 5 AP. But if you're having fun with this line, just keep rocking it, because you've done a good job here. Alrighty, and finishing out the team review, we got our last squad here that gets us an Alex Iafolo with a Matthews and a Luke Bacher for a +2 overall. Tyler Bertuzzi with Lindell and Captain Bedard for a +2. So again, getting creative. This team doesn't have a massive amount of fodder put into it, but it is still competitive, being 88, 85, 87, and just getting the salary and AP you need. So another well-built team, and that goes along with all the teams here today, but I've got to say, this is the best team built today. It is put together very well. It has a lot of fun cards in it, and I love to see it. This has got to be the best team I've seen today, even though there was other teams. I'm biased because this one has Doug Gilmore on it at a 93 overall. Thank you guys for sharing all of your teams. I absolutely love you guys for it. It is a blast to see what all of you guys come up with, because I do see lineup combos that I haven't thought of or I haven't seen. And then when you see them, you're like, my God, what a good job putting that in. So keep those teams coming, guys. The Discord link is in the description below. The channel is closed until Thursday. The reason I closed the channel till Thursday is because people's teams change so much from team review day to Wednesday that instead of just getting a bunch of doubles and triples in there, you open it up Thursday and teams don't change as much, and then we only get one of each team. But thank you guys for putting them in. I hope you did enjoy it. Leave in the comments section down below who was your favorite team. But until next week, build those teams, have some fun, and I'll catch you out on the ice. Ciao, ciao.